Hello, welcome to the Climbing Talent Development Show. Today it is just me, since Al is very busy in Reno coaching at the USAclimbing Youth Climbing Festival this weekend, and then next weekend at the Youth National Championships. As some of you might know, USAclimbing is not hosting C and D category competitions anymore. National competitions, that is. This decision was not without controversy, as far as I know from the outside, but they built on the strategic recommendations of the USAclimbing Competition Task Force. I think you get more information on their website. And USAclimbing restructured the youth season in early 2020 to increase inclusiveness, athlete well-being, sport growth and international success. In my opinion, USAclimbing deserves to be applauded. Of course, not just for cancelling these C and D category competitions, but especially for offering something much more appropriate to this age group, in my opinion. The new Youth Climbing Festival will consist of fun, skill-based competitions and convention-style presentations and workshops for athletes, coaches, parents, from top climbers, industry leaders, experienced coaches and other experts. All C and D category climbers who qualify for and compete at regional championships can attend the festival. I think this is fantastic, regardless of their qualifying status for youth nationals. Al told me they are expecting around 140 kids that he, alongside other coaches, other experienced coaches, will coach. And including them, among them is, for example, USAclimbing head coach McCoy. And I think that really sends a strong signal how seriously USAclimbing is taking youth development. In fact, I don't know of any other governing body, at least in climbing, that defines its mission as clearly and comprehensively as USAclimbing and follows up on it, on their mission statement. They say they support the well-being, development and competitive excellence of their athletes as they advance the accessibility and growth of the climbing community nationwide. Their core values are athletes first, and that means support the well-being and development of climbers of all levels, abilities and ages, from beginner to elite, including youth, collegiate, adult and paraclimbing. They also care about diversity and inclusiveness, promote diversity, equity and inclusion as critical to their success, and continuously champion these principles throughout the climbing community. And they say they do not tolerate discrimination in any form. Another aspect is integrity and teamwork. They want to promote climbing's culture and ethos of camaraderie and sportsmanship to enrich lives and maximize the full potential of all participants. Then they want to care about environmental stewardship. They want to encourage responsible use and the protection and preservation of the natural environment. inspiration of excellence is an important part of their mission. Be the very best at what they can do as an organization, continually challenge their model, identify and adjust where they fall short, and finally celebrate their successes. And what I like is that these lofty goals are well represented in the presentation at the festival, I think. Okay, their presentations will be about building a growth mindset, building an inclusive environment for LGBTQIA plus athletes or individuals, collegiate climbing, the road to becoming a varsity sport. There will be a presentation about mental approach to competitive climbing. There will be a presentation for movement games for climbing, and presentations about rules and judging for parents and climbers. Very important too, there will be nutrition fundamentals for youth climbers, and finally a presentation about parenting a competitive climber 101. Again, I think that sounds fantastic, and that USAclimbing deserves to be applauded to put something like this, like the youth climbing festival together. Al will share his experiences at the Youth Climbing Festival in a later installment of our Climbing Talent Development Show. I'm really psyched that USAclimbing goes ahead with this initiative, and I feel that climbing is not can improve in terms of its inclusiveness. It's rather expensive, like even a pair of climbing shoes, considering how fast they wear out, is an obstacle for many families, and let alone that most gyms are commercial gyms and quite expensive to visit. So I feel that it's very important that a governing body like USAclimbing goes ahead and cares about these issues. So thanks a lot, USAclimbing. The next thing I want to talk about is this new YouTube channel by Akiyo Noguchi, Tomoa Nagasaki and Ikidai. I leave the link in the show notes at the bottom. I love the one episode where Akiyo talks about the routine she does to take care of her fingers. She usually does these exercises after a training session, but they can be done anytime. For instance, after taking a bath or before going to bed. Akiyo does this stuff, these exercises, whenever she has time. She recommends these exercises not only to climbers, but to everyone who uses their fingers daily. And Akiyo as a kid, played the piano, and I think this is where her awareness for finger health comes from. For example, people who use a computer could benefit as well. And Akiyo never injured her fingers during her career. I think that's really remarkable for a professional climber. Her fingers are still nice and flexible even after 20 years of climbing. And if you look at her demonstration, she has no obvious deformation of any kind, and her flexibility is incredible. In my opinion, that's by far the best information you can get about hand health. By far. Other episodes, of course, have Tomoa Nagasaki demonstrating modern bouldering techniques. And yeah, there's no one in the world who could do a better demonstration of these modern, I don't think that they're modern, but anyhow, Tomoa took them to an entirely new level. as far as human beings are concerned. I mean, the gibbons are still superior, but Tomoa is already almost up there. Finally, let me tell you about my upcoming climbing performance coaches series. How is it coming along? Well, I hope to have the first installment that will be called Becoming an Effective Climbing Coach done by next week or the following week. Also, already partially recorded are the movement learning episode about motor learning and skill development, and the climbing coach's eye episode. A little later, the super interesting neurocognitive efficiency episode will follow. So I will keep you posted on that. That's it for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time with Al joining again. Bye bye. As always, please leave comments and suggestions for future shows. Bye bye.